Hey guys, Grumpy here with another episode of Rum Runners. So in the previous episode, we established our first colony. I'm actually going to rename it. So I put the question out to you guys for name suggestions for pirate-related areas or locations or themes, and you guys came through. So I'm going to go ahead and name this one Nassau. So this one comes from Octopus Spaghetti in the comments, and they said that Nassau is the seat of a famous pirate republic. So that sounds good. Um, this being our first colony, this can be the capital. That makes sense. If we get a world that's trade worthy, like has a lot of trade going on, we'll name that one Port Royale. And then there's a couple other ideas as well. So we need to take care of a few things. Currently, we have a little bit of stability issues. The reason being is because this is Freeport. We need it to be Freeport because we need trade. Um, we need we need to be able to accept um, shipments from other colonies. Currently, we're hated by everyone except pirates, so the only shipments that we're going to be getting in is from other pirates. But that's why we want that Freeport status, and then that's going to affect our growth rate. But the next thing we need to take care of is the fact that we have no comm relays active. The way we take care of that is if we look at Penelope Star, I need to build my stable locations. So we have three of them. Each one of them takes 10 transplutonic and then 100 metal. So what I'm doing right now is I'm heading over to Captain Starworks and I'm gonna purchase transplutonic ore from them. As far as keeping our colony stocked, since we don't have access to food, we're going to have to trade with other pirates for food. And I think the only pirate food producer is. I have to be careful because sometimes there are patrols by the jump points. The only pirate food producer is Chorus. So here's the blueprint again that I sold off earlier. Let's go ahead and buy. Let's just buy. We'll buy 60. And we'll buy 600 metal. It feels weird buying metals. I never buy metals. I usually have so much excess. Um, while we're here, we might as well buy food, domestic goods, luxury goods, things that we'll need for our colonies. We'll need drugs as well, recreational drugs, and that's about it. We'll buy these ion pulsers as well, since we're already here. Buy the cybopod. All right, let's head home and drop this off. The really cool thing is we actually probably shouldn't go for that. I'll say the really cool thing is we can always use jump gates, and we can't jump all the way to Penelope Star because there's no jump gate here. But we can jump to Magic or Eos Exodus and use that gate to get close to our colony. There's also a jump gate in Styx, and there's Arigato here, which is another pirate base. I believe this is where I got one of my ships from. Alright, let's see if we can sneak up to the gate. So I haven't done many, like very many piratey things. This is probably the most piratey thing I've done, sneaking through an asteroid belt. Hmm. Oh wait, I've done raiding. Raiding is definitely a piratey thing. Let's see if we can make it to the gate undetected. We need to do some smuggling missions. Alright. And let's travel through. We'll jump to Magic, fly to Styx, activate the gate down there, and then fly back to Penelope Star. And of course, the reason we're doing this is because fuel is hard to come by. So we want to make sure that we are minimizing fuel costs wherever we can. All right. Let's go ahead and fly over to Styx. Check out Arigato and then head back to Penelope Star. So the pirate commission's coming in clutch right now while we're spending 19,000 credits a month on our world. We're gonna have to feed the beast manually for probably a long time until those shipments start coming in. All right. We can use a jump point and then we have to fly east. Let's go ahead and activate that gate. That's a really pretty background. Ooh. Anything really nice? We have a Phaeton. Let's see if we can grab that. Okay. Buffalo, Kite, Enforcer, Brawler. So nothing we can take home. I would like that Phaeton, but we'd have to spend a story point on it, and it's definitely not worth a story point. Alright. Roboto. Okay. You are aggressive with energy weapon mastery. Let's go ahead and hire you. That sounds good. Cobra Wing blueprint? I don't think we need that. The scrapyard. Oh, we could have just came here. Hmm. Okay. Special functions? No. So this base doesn't exist in vanilla. This is the first time I'm seeing it. No refunds. Hmm. Okay. Let's buy some fuel while we're here. Oh, you pay tariffs. Okay, so it's not like a black market. Interesting. Alright, maybe we have to come back here at some point. Um, the Underworld mod adds a couple things to the game. And one of those things was quests. So I wonder if there's a way to integrate with or interact with that place to start a special quest, or if we have to go back to that area. Anyway, let's head over here. If you can, when you settle, try to settle either a gas giant or near a gas giant. The reason being is gas giants always get their own gravity wells, and it just makes getting to your planet that much easier. Alright. So we're gonna manage the colony. This is the resource stockpile. So everything you put in this tab belongs to your colony. Once you start building industries, you'll end up producing resources. Everything that you put into the colony, you can take out for free. Once you start dipping into the supplies that your colony produces, not supplies, the resource that your colony produces, you're gonna get charged one lump sum at the end of the month. So be aware of that. We're gonna drop off our goods, our organics, our food. I made one round trip to Mayasura because I had some excess food from there. Already. And I think that's it. So drop off some recreational drugs and then put that in storage. See, like I can take these supplies out. I'm gonna leave a couple, but it doesn't charge me anything. Once our mining industry is built, which I built this, also built a spaceport. Once our mining industry is built, it'll start producing ores, rare ore and then rich ore. If we take from those, if we take those resources, you'll see a total in the bottom left. All right, let's go ahead and build our stable locations and actually get a proper colony setup going. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna build the nav buoy. The nav buoy is gonna give us some top speed. See, it's gonna cost. Oh, I'm glad we brought more. Uh, it's gonna cost 20 heavy machinery, 100 metals, and 10 transphotonics. So the nav buoy gives every ship in our fleet +2 burn speed, or I should say, it gives our fleet +2 burn speed while we're in this system. So it's gonna speed us up heading to the next one. Then we're gonna build our comm relay. What this is going to do is it's going to add +1 stability for same faction colonies. And then finally, we're going to build the sensor array. As far as precedent goes, if you only have one stable location, build the comm relay. If you have two, build the comm relay and then the nav buoy. And if you have all three, then go ahead and build the sensor range. The sensor range I find really pointless. But just for completion's sake, it makes sense to build it. Alright, awesome. And now our mining is done. We currently produce excess. If we click this, we can see the global market for ores. And as you see, there's not very many consumers for ore. And we don't really have anyone to trade with besides Captain Starworks. The rest of these people um, not interested in trading with pirates. We could probably get the independence friendly, which would make sense. And then we'd be able to trade with these three stations, but everyone else is pretty much sick of pirates. All right. We actually produce as much as Umbra already with no investment. That's awesome. All right. So the next industry we're going to build once we grow in size, it's probably going to be refining, so that we can turn those ores and transphotonics into something useful. All right. Let's go head over to Nassau and see what else we can do. Alright, so like I was saying before, if I go to remove these, I pay the base unit of whatever the good is. So the base unit of ore is 10, which means, unlike when you go to trade normally, the price will increase with every unit that you purchase. If I do this, it'll just be a flat 10 for those ores. What you can do is you can borrow from your colony. You pay this at the end of the month, but you can borrow from your colony and then sell it to other stations, and try to make a profit that way. I don't normally do that. I just leave it as is. I may have to do that though because again, our accessibility is in the dumpster, so it might be hard getting our goods to pirate markets. But yeah, that's that. Let's go ahead and drop off the ore and metals. Let's borrow some heavy machinery. I like to keep 200. And then let's take some supply. So we need to go find some supply for low. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go to the colony screen and click on supplies. And now we see that of the producers for supplies, the two major producers are Arigato and Captain Starworks. We'll probably head to Arigato because it's right next to us, and then we'll buy their supplies. But then as far as like keeping the colony healthy, we need a source of organics and a source of food. as well as domestic goods and luxury goods. I don't know if we need those now. We need luxury goods. No, we need domestic goods right now. But as we increase in size, our demand and effects will increase in complexity. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's head to Arigato. I guess we keep the fleet light since we're not going that far. We can change these to sabos. Or not sabos. We can change these to harpoons. Add some vents in there. Change you to a pulse laser. That'd probably do a lot better. Alright, let's head back to Styx. Go trade. Pick up those supplies that we need. And then we need to come up with a plan. So one of the suggestions was take over a world. Ah, nice. We have our first incoming shipment. Somebody braved the storm. Somebody left a suggestion to take over one of the Luddic Church worlds, and I think that that would be a good idea. Um, Thematically, we can kind of justify it. AOS Exodus is tucked in a cloud. It's on the outskirts of the core worlds. It's not really heavily patrolled. I think a an opportunistic pirate might see that as a potential weak point in the core world factions and could take over one of those worlds. If we do that, that would be a really nice way to secure those that food that we need. Just start generating it in faction. Just start generating it in faction. Okay, how do we want to do this? I guess it doesn't matter which pool we buy it from. We have to pay taxes either way. Let's buy 400 supply. Oof. Oh, that's not bad. Alright. Let's buy some more transphotonic while we're here, because we're gonna need it. And then let's just buy fuel. And then we need to look at if the oh, it's not a food producer. No, it is. Yeah, Tortezas is a food producer. Let me see. Yeah, of course it's a food producer. It's right there. Um, Definitely. Can we see if it has a what's it called? A battle station, orbital station. And I don't think it does. If it did, I think it would have the +1 to stability. Oh wait, no, never mind. You wouldn't be able to see it. Uh, what I'm looking at is on the right side under food production and availability. This just tells you how much food it produces, but um I was looking for a stability number because having a battle station gives you an orbital station gives you one additional stability. It doesn't look like it does. Well, it won't say there. See, orbital station under demands and effects gives you +1 to stability. Does this produce anything? It does not. Ah, okay. So if I check the supplies and oh, let me back up. So the orbital station requires crew and supplies. So if I click on supplies, I can check the global market, and then I can go to consumers and go down to Tartessus. And if I look under here, under availability and under that is maximum demand. So needed by heavy batteries, needed by spaceport, needed by population and infrastructure, and the very last one is needed by orbital station, low tech. So there's a orbital station that protects Tartessus. Um, so we do need to bring a pretty beefy fleet for this fight. Okay, but I think that's a good idea. All right, we'll bring our capital ships that we bought in the previous episode to do this. Ooh, heavy batteries. We're gonna need a lot of Marines. Ooh, you have a full marine spool. We might need that. So to prepare for this, let's head to Asconia, take the gate, fly to Umbra, and buy some Marines, and then we'll go ahead and arm our fleet up and see if we can't take over that planet. Especially while I think the Hedge and the Letic Church are at war with each other. Alright, let's go travel through the gate. Let's head to Asconia. And the reason we're going to Asconia is because Asconia has really cheap pirating crew. Let's make sure we fly around. Yeah, Asconia or Umbra has really cheap pirating crew. Merchant convoy. Hmm, okay. We need to keep in mind um, for merchant convoys, we're not necessarily looking for supplies and uh, supplies, heavy armament, heavy machinery anymore. We're actually looking for food, luxury goods, and domestic goods. So let's go ahead, check the black market. Oof, I did not consider that. Let's trade off some supply here. Buy those Marines. Can't afford that. We're gonna need way more than 150 to take over that planet. Hmm. Alright, well, let's go make some money. Hopefully we can find a supply fleet nearby. You look like a supply fleet. No, you're too fast for a supply fleet. Salvage fleet. Salvage fleet. Turn to Scothy with Marines. I'll take that fight. It's just a bunch of small frigates. I don't really want to chase them down because they're going to be really evasive and really annoying. So what we're going to do is just simulate the fight. Yep. We're not going to recover any of these. Let's go ahead and grab that loot. Okay. You can. Oh, we'll take that fight in a second. You can get Marines from combat, right? In Nexerelin? We'll switch over to the Wolf, and then we'll take command of the action. Maybe because I didn't destroy. Maybe because I didn't destroy the nebula. Oh, be a little careful. Put our pulse laser on auto fire. Alright, you're out of sabos. Should be an easy fight. Alright, and done. Okay, apparently you cannot get Marines from combat in Nex. That would have saved me some trouble. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and take this fight. Again, should be very easy. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 frigates, and then a strike. The rest of these are combat ships, or are civilian ships, freighters. We'll just bring in the strikes and a wolf, and I think that should be more than enough. I think we can just burn in here, pretty much penalty free. And just let our firepower overwhelm them. The Eradicators make so much of a difference. They're very efficient ships. I have two designs for them. I have the safety overrides version, and then this one that's focused more on long range. Excellent DPS ships, excellent frigate hunters. The long range one especially is really good at fighting off multiple frigates. Um, just a solid ship overall. In my ship tiering guide, I believe I gave the Eradicator an S ranking. Either that or it was a high A. No, that's what I get for being impatient. Let's go give you the eliminate command. Nice. And then we'll pursue them. We'll take command of the action. I'm pretty sure I can get this done myself, but let's also just bring in one enforcer. have you focus on that. We'll catch the Tarsus because it has that burn drive. And then we'll turn around, pick up the Colossus. Oh my. So pesky. Bump it for good luck. Just get that nice flame out. Now let's go ahead and spit over here and take out that Buffalo and then the Colossus. Where are you going, buddy? Alright, and a nice victory. These luxury goods, domestic goods, all that's gonna go to good use over on Nassau. So let's consider ship recovery. We could get a Buffalo for smaller operations, and I'm not gonna spend a story point on any of those. Let's go ahead and recover that. Not much, but enough to sustain us for at least a month. And then we were heading to. We were just looking for a fleet to fight to make some credits, so we could buy more Marines. Volatiles and crew. All right. Let's hang out kind of in this territory, see if we can't find a supply convoy. I believe there was one coming from Syndria. We go to the intel screen and we check important. Recently launched. Preparing a voyage and will soon depart for Ragnar Complex. I don't know if we'll be able to intercept that. It says recently launched, but I don't know how long ago that was. We have a convoy heading from Canaan to Chalcedon. Okay, anything over here? Heading to Gilead and heading from Gulan to Krur. Okay, so there should be some activity in this area. Okay, what are you? Unidentified returning to Nachiteca. Nachiketa. And you are delivering Marines to Alamar. So we learned our lesson. We can't get Marines from combat. Would have been nice. Ooh, I see purple, which might be our Syndrian fleet carrying supplies. Domestic goods and luxury goods. Oh, that's a pretty tough fight. Domestic goods and luxury goods. That's a pretty tough fight. I don't know if I would take it. Yeah, there's not really a need to do that. Oof. This is what I'm talking about. Next, I feel like has beefier fleets on average. Yep, that shipment's gonna make it there uninterrupted. Heading to Volturn. Gemini and Condor. Oh, they were fighting pirates. We might as well help. Yep. All right. So we're gonna emergency burn, just so we stop bumping into clouds. Hello. And you are independent, correct? Because I won't fight other pirates. Yes. We'll let our second in command handle this. I just don't want to fight a handful of frigates. Easy score there. Alright, let's go ahead and drop these goods off, and then we'll uh we'll pop back out and see if we can't find a supply fleet. Food, domestic, and luxury goods. Let's see if we can go intercept that. Mmm. That's just a lot of stuff. We don't need to get involved with that. Let's pursue them. Second in command to handle that as well. Two buffaloes escape. So we're gonna have to follow up and attack them. Just because that's where the bulk of the supplies are hiding. Let's go ahead and drop off the metal. And let's follow up. Food, organics, and domestic goods. This is the land of the plenty. Alright. We'll pursue them. We'll take command of the action. We'll just do it ourselves. Okay. That was a mistake. I did press the F key to try to stop. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I did try to stop there. But I guess it just didn't register or I didn't press it fast enough. Nice. Where'd you guys come from? Returning to Nassau. It doesn't say where you originated from. Alright. Alright, and let's drop off our spoils. Drop off some heavy machinery as well. Store the weapons. And I think we'll actually call it here. I'm going to farm a little bit off camera just so that we get the credits. I want to have probably around 800 to 1,000 Marines. I don't think we'll ever need that many, but just having more Marines just means that you lose less when it gets to the raiding stage. And then also, I'm going to find some weapons to outfit our capital ships. I don't know how good these are going to fare against a battle station, but one, I'm just assuming the battle station on, I'm just going to call it TARDIS. On TARDIS is small, so I can scout it out to see what size it is. If it is small, then I don't need that much firepower to destroy it. Um, But yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to. I don't know how these guys are gonna do against a battle station of any size. Hopefully it's small, but we'll just see how they go. They do have a lot of armament slots, um, tons and tons of armament slots, so they should be useful. But they have really bad flux and really poor armor, actually. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's fun coming back. I've been super busy, so thank you guys for being patient and bearing with me. Um, Other than that, thanks for watching. And now I'd like to give thanks to our supporters, Randall Porter, Philip Kallenbach, and Mark, our newest supporter, as well as a very special thank you to Zoni, Wet Noodle, and Kriltic. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. Again, I will continue to run ad-free content on this channel, but if you would like to support this channel, then consider becoming a member by hitting the join button below. Other than that, Grumpy out.